Greetings all who roam this world. I am Anthony, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. So ever since I was a kid, I've been in love with the music in video games. To be more specific, the Legend of Zelda series. Zelda is what started my passion for music and what ended up leading me to study music in college. This is a new series that I'm starting to do where we're going to kind of delve into the music of different types of video games. We're going to be talking about the history, how the music is important to the game, some music theory, and then some of just my own personal opinions on it. To start us off, we're going to be delving into the Legend of Zelda series, but only the 2D games, because there's a lot of Zelda to cover. Alright, let's get into it. Right away, we're introduced to what will be the main Legend of Zelda theme for years to come. Koji Kondo, the composer of the game, planned to use Maurice Ravel's Bolero as the title theme, but the song was not in the public domain. Kondo then had to write a new arrangement of the song in one day. The game only has 5 songs apart from the jingles. The title theme? Overworld theme. Dungeon theme. Death Mountain. And the ending. The ending and game over are actually the same song, however during the ending, after about 10 seconds, the song adds a bass line and then develops into a different song. And now for the next Zelda game. What? No, not you. No, get out of here. Actually, no, wait, come back. There is one song from this game that I actually can talk positively about. This is the only song from the game I enjoy. I didn't even know the temple theme was from this game. I first heard this in Super Smash Bros. Melee's Adventure Mode during the Underground Maze. Now this is a good song. Everything else in this game, though, doesn't fit the series, but I guess that's what happens when Koji Kondo doesn't write the music for the game. Zelda 2 is kinda like the Dragon Ball GT of the series. The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Now with the more powerful Super Nintendo. The music of this game can really be developed into something more dynamic. The first running scale fills us with the sense of magic, then transitioning into a dynamic fanfare, which also helps represent the game's new advancements on the SNES. It was also such a great opener that the movie Scott Pilgrim vs. the World uses it.
Scott Pilgrim was dating a high schooler.
The Overworld theme is now fleshed out with a string and brass section. This version of the song really helps the player feel like they are the knight that Hyrule needs to save the princess. The underlying counter melody and harmonies are also a wonderful addition to the song that wasn't originally possible due to the NES's limitations. Because the Super Nintendo was now able to handle more music A Link to the Past ended up establishing the musical core of the Zelda series. This includes the Select Screen / Fairy Fountain, Zelda's Lullaby, Hyrule Castle, and the Kakariko Village. After you press start and are presented with the file selection, you are filled with this magical song. This song, which we now call the Fairy Fountain theme, has the ability to make the player feel like they are traveling through a portal into this new world. It's a fantastic piece to help immerse the players into the world of Hyrule. A Link to the Past also shows us Princess Zelda very early into the game. While Zelda's Lullaby begins in a very different way, it would end up becoming what I believe to be one of the most recognizable video game themes of all time. Her theme is so calming and simple and helps represent what the princess embodies. Kakariko Village. This song just makes me feel like I'm safe at home. The Kakariko Village being a safe town for Link makes this song the perfect fit for it. The arpeggiation of the bass line begins in the key of B flat, which helps us feel safe. Then moving to 2 measures of minor, G minor and C minor with a flat 7. Then ending on an F major to bring it back to that sense of safety. A Link Between Worlds has a lot of the same music as A Link to the Past, but it's able to develop the music to have the real instrumentation that the original songs were trying to create through the Super Nintendo. I like to think that this is how the music of A Link to the Past was supposed to be. Lynx Awakening, the first handheld Zelda game. This game was made very differently compared to the other Zelda games. Miyamoto did not take the lead on the game, which allowed it to be different in its story and music. No Hyrule, no Zelda, no Triforce. The title and Overworld themes are very similar to A Link to the Past, but still have some slight changes in them that help make them different. I didn't want to skip over the remake of Link's Awakening. Because technology has evolved so much, the music of Link's Awakening can now be something that represents the game in a better way. The orchestration of the music is so different from any other Zelda game. The use of a chamber orchestra, recorders, and other acoustic instruments really help capture the tropical feel of the island. Both the original and remake were also able to create a dreamlike environment with its music that helps emphasize Link's Awakening story. The song Lynx Awake is a perfect example of this.
Ew.
Now I feel like many people didn't play Oracle of Seasons or Oracle of Ages. I know I never did, and I don't know too much about it, but when doing my research for this game, I noticed there was a song for the windmill. This is the Song of Storms. I thought this game wasn't until Ocarina of Time, but that's all I have to say about this. I don't know too much about this game. The title theme, the Overworld, are pretty much the exact same as Lynx Awakening, which makes sense since they were both available on the Game Boy Color. So that's the music of the 2D Zelda games. I know it's a lot of music. I know I didn't cover all the songs, but if I would have covered all of them, this video would have been hours long. These were some of the songs that were my favorite, and also that I felt had a really big impact on the Legend of Zelda series. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about the 3D Zelda games or Breath of the Wild. I know the music in those are phenomenal. We're gonna make a video just about the 3D Zelda games and one just about Breath of the Wild. So don't worry, those are coming up in the future. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you know when those videos will come up. If there's a song from a video game or for just an entire franchise that you want us to cover, let us know in the comments. Make sure to follow all of our social media, check out our merch store, and support us on Patreon if you can. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time.